kayong magkumpiyansa yung human rights. They cannot defend you. And I do not care about yung human rights. Solve the problem first. Hindi ka nila we have almost 6 Filipinas dying, committing suicide, jumping out of the window. Mga hindi mo lang kayo pinansin yan. In other countries, they've been raping, and here we are, I'm dealing with criminals, and you're all noise. You can go to hell, as a matter of fact. Karabing, that is why I directed the Department of Labor to stop processing. Now let me ask publicly, I hope I'm not Secretary of the Foreign Affairs here, I hope I'm not committing the diplomatic faux pas. But one more incident about being a woman, a Filipina worker being raped there, committing suicide. I'm going to stop. I'm going to ban. And I'm sorry, the Filipinos there, you can all go home. Total, pag nag-alis kayo lahat ng mga Pilipino dyan, they will also be having a hell of a time adjusting to that. They have papayag na a continuous incident of things like that. They have to endure rape, they have to endure starvation, and they get about only 4 hours of sleep. That's a universal story for all Filipinos. Can I ask you now just to treat my countrymen as human beings with dignity? I do not want to fight with you. We need your help to improve our country. As a matter of fact, the incomes there of the Filipinos contribute a lot to the GDP of the country. That is taken. Wala tayong nakakatulong kayo. Pero kung if it ends up with misery, rape, and everything, and my countrymen committing suicide, well, there's always a time. We are poor. We may need your help, but we will not do it at the expense of the dignity of the Filipino. Let me be blunt about this because Kuwait has always been an ally. But please do something about it, and for the other countries in the Middle East. We are sending Filipinos, doctors and nurses, to help you also, and in return, helping us in the very much needed revenues for their families here. I hope that you'd listen to me because I mean well. But I will never, never, never again tolerate one more incident of rape to the point of committing suicide, jumping out of the window. That is something the Filipino people cannot stomach. And if I cannot do something about it, then there is no reason for me to stay in this position a minute longer. Walang speech. You know, I'm very late and DFA is hurrying me up. Sabi ko, marami akong problema dyan sa Mayon. I still have to late ang... Sige sila complain doon. I think we devolved the money almost 5 days ago. There's something wrong there, sabi ko, sa inyo yan. I have not been remiss in my duty. Today I leave for New Delhi to attend the ASEAN-India Special Commemorative Summit and India's Republic Day celebration. Alam mo, the last time, there was this communique, a note verbal from, sabihin ko na lang, there's nothing wrong with it. The last Independence Day, we were also invited. But I think that President Aquino, busy maybe at the time, chose to just send a token delegation. In this year's invitation, they pointed out that they were more or less read between the lines. Sana this time the chief of state, and that the incident last year would not be repeated again. So, nung advice ng DFA is you have to go because every ASEAN meeting, almost all nandoon, we cannot afford to be absent. Now, the reason really why I'm going is that we're okay sa ASEAN, but it's all trade and commerce and everything else under the sun, except that you do not have the platform for terrorism and other problems of law and order. You have the vacant dyan sa Celebes, Sulusi, bakante tayo dyan Andy Mulukas. Naku, sabi ko, kaya ako pupunta, sabihin ko, kung ganito na lang naman, so what's the use of meeting just once a year? And probably the ministerial level once every 3 months. We cannot accomplish anything because yung waters natin, contiguous to the archipelago of the Philippines, is getting to be dangerous. And yet, it is only Indonesia who's active there. Sabihin ko sa inyo, kung hindi natin kaya, we'll just have to call China to come in and blow them up. Just like Somalia, that Aden Strait there, were it not for the presence of the Chinese, hindi mahinto yung piracy doon. It's the doubling up everything, fuel, you have to go around, then the freight charges, of course it goes with it, and the insurance. Yan ang mahirap dyan sa... So we have to come up with a platform how to deal with terrorism. Ako, I go for a hardline policy. Blow them up in the high seas. Sirain mo, kanyunin mo. Otherwise, if we do not do the extreme measures, we'd always be at the mercy of criminals. Ngayon, pag ayaw nila, di tayo. And my orders to the armed forces would really be to destroy. Now, well, destroy means you have to destroy physically, and if you have to kill, you kill. That's the only way to destroy an enemy. It cannot be an empty words. Now, the second is maybe to complete the stories that were started during the last ASEAN conference. I'm glad that India is inviting us so that we can do something about the other allied problems of each other's governance. Pero ang mahirap nito is we keep on the coming meeting in Australia. It's all about security again. Pag-usapan na natin dito, let us talk what would be the platform that we will represent. Otherwise, ako pa naman nagsabi that I do not want to go to Australia. And si Prime Minister has always been asking me again and again if I can reconsider. But with an empty baggage there, wala man tayong masabi ng concrete except that we talk all over again about cooperation and sharing of... we've been doing that. We've been sharing information with everybody as a matter of fact all these years. And yet the thing in Marawi came into being. So I need more than just talk and more than just promises. I want it done during my term. And my orders are especially an ideology that is so bankrupt, so corrupt, na wala namang nalaman kung hindi pumatay at magpatay at magsira. And we cannot live with that kind of world. Ako kung ganun lang naman araw-araw, just give it to the order. Hindi ako pwede niyang half-cook, half-cook na ano. Just like drugs. Millions have been afflicted. Millions have been destroyed. Now you treat the problem with the kailangan talaga tapusin ko ito sa termino ko. Lalo na ang drug. That is my aim. I will destroy the drug industry in the Philippines. Not for us anymore because marami na ang may tama. But at least yung mga anak, mga apo ninyo shall have been freed of the scourge of